All right, here goes the planning for my off-grid spec home. Those two stakes there represent the boundaries. Just finished clearing some brush and getting some barbed wire out of here. I want to share this Condor brush clearing machete. Is awesome. So this will be the left edge of the driveway. I'm going to try to leave some trees for privacy of the house from the roadway. So we're going to sweep up in a C shape, bit of a radius. We'll try to keep it smooth so it's easy to get trailers and such through here. So over to my right is where the barbed wire fence was pulled out. My excavators guy is bringing his dozer Friday, so didn't want him to be grinding up barbed wire. Okay, so this is where the top of the driveway will come out of the tree line. And then we're going to sort of sweep it over, and the garage is going to be on this left side. You can see those two stakes there, and then there's two stakes over there. So the plan is a 16 by 30, 16 wide, 30 deep garage, and then a house also 30 deep and 40 wide for a gross measurement of 1,200 square feet. And then we have the septic, we believe, can go in over here. Perk test is going to be done in a few days. So septic tank's probably about right here where I'm standing. Leach bed that way. So looking back here at the back of the house, I plan to have a underground LP tank, 1,000 gallon, which should be plenty for this 1,200 square foot home. It's gonna have all LP appliances, even gonna have some electricity free emergency heaters, a couple of those, so that way in the dead of winter those can be relied upon rather than the forced air gas furnace and the blower and such. So 1,000 gallon LP tank over there. I already talked to the filling company. They need within 100 feet of the driveway, which should be super easy. Keep it out of the yard. And then solar array is going to be facing this way. A little bit of southwest angle. Actually, that's more like southeast. It'll probably more like be facing this way. Anyway, we'll sort that out. Gonna aim for southwest, actually. This edge of the house, which is the garage side, is facing pretty much perfectly south. Not ideal, in my opinion. I was hoping to have a design where we'd have a lot of windows on the south side, but I guess it's a bit of a compromise. We'll have I'm gonna have windows on the east and west side, so we'll get a little bit of a winter solar gain in the mornings and evenings, but not so much during the day, unfortunately. So with that said, again, 16-foot wide garage here. I'm gonna have a mech closet in the garage along the side of the wall that's going to be adjoining the I believe it'll be the laundry room and master bedroom. So going to have a mech closet over here. We're not really going to box it in a whole lot. I might actually just build out two walls and then just put a curtain or some bifold doors. That way for electrical working clearance and things, it'll be just super easy access, bifold doors, open those up, and you've got the whole garage floor essentially to get batteries in and out, work on anything like that. So that's the plan for the mech room area. Also planning to do a battery bank of approximately 64 kilowatt hour. We're thinking Discover Helios batteries and a Solarc 15K, which I haven't exactly landed on those equipment choices 100%, but that's sort of the preliminary idea. Everything's going to be 120 volts, really, except for the air conditioner. The array, which again will probably be more like facing this way, a little west. It's about 1:30 p.m. here right now, so just to give you an idea, the sun is right there, so probably facing that way. Obviously avoiding the leach bed and the propane line propane tank over there. I've got Q-cell bifacial 575s. We're going to be mounting those on Sinclair Designs and Engineering ground mount racking, tilt adjustable from, I believe it's 19 degrees is about as flat as they go, and then you can crank them up to 59 degrees. So reduces, helps to reduce snow hanging on the panels. Of course, you still have to clear them off in most cases. It just depends on the type of snow. But of course, that you gain a lot of production from having that tilt angle in the wintertime. So being an off-grid house, you're going to need all the power you can get in that winter time. We basically have to build for February. That's essentially what we have to build for. So I've got the grid right over there. This is actually it's sort of like, I'm building it like a spec home. We're going to try to keep it all ADA compliant, all one level, wide doors, things of that nature. Try not to have a lot of transitions between different types of flooring. I think I'm just going to do all vinyl plank. So yeah, the grid is over there. I could pick up the grid by having them set a pole over here, and then I would just bring in an underground service. I do plan to make ready a sleeve up to my power system so that if we decide to bring the grid to it, like upon me selling the property, somebody decides that they want the grid and they want to make that happen for whatever that costs, that'll be an option. But right now, no plans for the power grid. We are going to have city water. We're going to be bringing that up from we have a city water line that runs along the highway. There's actually already a tap. There's a meter just at the property line at the corner, so it should be real easy. I actually went today and paid the deposit and the fee to get that process going. I am waiting on the Department of Transportation for an approval for the road entrance or approach. So we are waiting on that. Again, I think my excavator is going to be out here Friday, and today is Wednesday, so it's exciting times. Building a house without a grid connection could be foolish. I don't know. But as power rates just keep climbing and climbing, it begins to really begins to make sense. So again, all LP appliances essentially are going to have city water. So the only 240 volt load is going to be just air conditioning. And when you've got solar panels facing into the sun in the evening, the AC is going to coincide pretty nicely with the solar array. Well, that's all for now. I will hopefully do an update as we get some dirt moved down here, and probably have a driveway in, and going to be digging footers real soon. My building contractor is chomping at the bit. He's actually trying to get my guy that's doing the dozer work he's trying to move his equipment, or he's basically telling him how to move his equipment around so he can get to this job quicker. So he's chomping at the bit to get the house site cleared off and get some footers dug. So yeah, well, again, that's all for now. Thanks for watching.